All right, and we are live. Welcome, sports fans, to In the Tunnel Sports Podcast, where we not only tell it like it is, but tell it like how it can be. I'm your host, Nicole, with the K and the Y, and I am here with my co-host, Patrick, the Truth Truesdale,
What's going on, H-Town?
and then the man with the plan, Mr. Melvin Williams,
What's going on?
and the man who is no stranger to us, Matthew, the Nigerian nightmare.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
How you doing?
We're about to have a crazy
How
wild
you
show.
doing? It's been a while, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back, man. I see what you guys are doing. Very, very, very good platform. Very good, very informative. But anytime I have an opportunity to come in here and beat up on Pat, it's just like riding a bike.
Your dreams.
So, in the tunnel fans, I need for you to like, share, comment on all our social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. All right. So, Matthew, we still do it the same way.
Okay.
We got to pay our bills first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So this episode is brought to you by the Overstreet Law Firm.
Mm-hmm.
Facing a legal storm, unsure where to turn. When you want your criminal case dismissed, there's only one name to remember: Brian E. Overstreet, the Bowtie Lawyer. From minor charges to serious allegation, Brian Overstreet is the answer when the odds seem stacked against you. With 25 years of experience and a track record of success, Brian is the defender you need in your corner. Remember, when you're in legal trouble, don't stress. Just call the vet, the Bowtie Lawyer, 281-820-4LAW, and let the Overstreet Law Firm fiercely defend your rights.
Word.
I love it.
Nice.
You like it? You like
I
it?
love it. I love it.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you.
What's up, Street?
Okay, so Matthew, we open up with our segment when we
Okay.
give homage and recognize people who have transitioned, and stuff like that. And so today we're gonna start with Emily Drinker,
Okay.
who I didn't know that was her original name, but we know her as Sissy Houston. And the mother of Whitney Houston.
Great.
And she's also the aunt of Dionne Warwick and Dee Dee Warwick. And I just discovered the cousin of Leah Price, the opera singer.
Yeah, yes.
So
That's
a little bit of history. And so she was a soul and gospel singer, and she was a founding member of a group called Sweet Inspirations, and she also sang background for Dionne Warwick, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, and Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Right. And so in 1970, she got a solo career, and she won 2 Grammy Awards, okay, in traditional gospel, album category.
Okay.
I didn't know this. I found out. Okay, no, Sissy.
Yeah, she's a hell of a singer.
So she died. She had a long bout with Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's
Oh, it kicked in. I didn't know she had it. I know Aretha Franklin's, I think it's Whitney Houston's godmother, too. I think.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah, she was a long time known gospel singer. She even did a couple of things in UNAC meeting in Church of God in Christ. So, yes, she definitely was a hell of a singer, hell of a background, and she person that's definitely going to be missed like her daughter.
Right. And she lived a long life. I think she was like 91 or something.
91, yeah.
91.
That's very good, All right. So now, let's talk about Let's talk about last week's game.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pat.
We're gonna start.
We're going to start with Pat.
Hey, we're gonna start with the Jets and the Vikings.
Wait.
What happened with them and the head coach Robert Saleh?
Yeah.
Like the first Muslim coach.
Right.
So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he wanted Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers got that man fired. That's simple as that. And the thing is, I miss my boy's show today, McAfee, and I think he had Aaron Rodgers on there. And like I said, I respect Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback, but Aaron Rodgers is an asshole. I mean, he has an attitude problem. Yeah, he's not a people's person. Him and his brother not even speaking. And I can tell his brother on NCC Network, he's like a cool guy. You know, you can tell they totally different. The problem with him, he's a very smart man. And that's the problem. When you're so smart, sometimes like people tell how smart you are, you think you're smarter than everybody. Because when he was going to retire that year, he was going to be the host of Jeopardy. He's been on Jeopardy. And I think that's the problem with him. And to me, he turned on that man. I didn't like how he did the man. When the man was giving him props, and then clapping for him, and he tried to hug the man, and the man pushed the man away. You know, it is what it is, you know. And I think he just got that man. The Jets was wrong what they did, how they did it. You know, they escorted the man, and the man couldn't even get in the building.
Oh yeah, I heard. We talked about that. They escorted the man.
Yeah, they escorted. Had the concept security escort the man out, man. I'm just like, man, why y'all do that, man, like that? You know, it is what it is, man. But it's a sad moment, you know. How they did them in the Vikes. Vikes just did their thing. Vikings did their thing.
You got any comments?
Shout out to Keenan McCardell too, by the way. The receiver coach.
Nah,
guy
for me,
from Vikings.
right now the Vikings are rolling. Obviously, I would say they're one of the best defenses in the league. We can go ahead and say that this might be Sam Darnold's redemption year, having the Vikings at this point still undefeated in the league, and with Aaron Rodgers, I think with the Jets, it's just almost like it's a short window to win a Super Bowl because Aaron Rodgers is not getting any younger. But it's unfortunate that Robert Saleh got fired, especially they're 2-3, not even after a bye week. But I just feel like with things like that to escalate on, you can kind of still save a season when you're 2-3 and possibly try to make a run at it. And I just feel like as the season keep going on, with Robert Saleh as head coach, he might lose the locker room. But like for Aaron Rodgers, like he knows a window that he has. You didn't bring him to New York just to be the marquee face. You're in year almost 17 or 18. So this is your last opportunity to try to win a championship. And you haven't won a championship since 2010. So we're looking at 13 to 14 year run without a Super Bowl appearance and let alone a ring. So that's what I believe.
I mean, bottom line is, I don't think Aaron Rodgers got him fired, but I know he didn't help him keep his job. Because at the end of the day, you know,
man, the way the man pushed the man on everything, it was coming. That's some stuff you do behind the scenes.
No,
that man got that man fired.
I don't disagree.
I just want to say the man and get him fired. And like I said,
because it's the offense that's struggling, not the defense. They still got one of the top defenses.
Okay, well, Rodgers got to be part of that. He can run his own plays.
So at the end of the day, here's what I'll say. I don't think Woody, who's the owner, went to Aaron and said, hey, we're going to fire this guy. You okay with that? I think he fired him, but if Aaron would have said, hey, you know what? We really want to keep this guy, he'd have kept him.
Well, he got him fired then.
No.
That went behind the scene.
The guy is 23 and like 40 since he's been there. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers, there was an issue before Aaron Rodgers got there. So
they still do nothing.
Right.
So
and they do nothing on Saleh's watch.
At the end of the day,
they've had a great defense ever since he got there, but the defense wasn't good enough to get them.
Anytime you're a franchise quarterback, some of these guys they can have their way, especially the white quarterbacks. Let's be real with it.
Right.
So I'm sure that man went in there and told him something.
But
he had to tell him
once again, I'm not saying he didn't tell him something. And if Aaron said, don't fire the man,
don't something say the man.
If Aaron said, don't fire the man, he wouldn't have fired him. But I don't think Aaron went in there and said, fire the man either. I think Woody.
He probably go in there and fire him. They probably said, what you think we should do? But if he said so, that man.
But I would say with Aaron Rodgers, I think he's a cerebral thinker. So I just think that he might I kind of gotta agree with Pat of getting him fired because my whole thing is I know Aaron Rodgers is a competitor. I don't think he really told him. The owners asked him, but I do believe Aaron Rodgers might voice his opinion like we need change. And then when you say we need change, that starts at the top.
Well, I mean,
you gotta say it.
Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. We all know that Aaron Rodgers gets his way, right?
Yeah.
He gets his way. Because if he didn't get his way, Hackett, who was a head coach in Denver, one of the worst head coaches ever, and then now is the offensive coordinator in New York.
But they got to do it. We talking about the man that's getting fired. You ain't got to go way left and right. field.
No,
We talking
what
about, well, let's
saying-
stay in the
what I'm
lane.
saying-
Let's
I
stay
am
with the
staying in
Jets.
the lane. I am staying in the lane.
It's just like,
So if
it's like-
Aaron Rodgers wanted a specific head coach, he would have said Hackett. Period. If Aaron Rodgers said, I don't want
and
Saleh
that
to
man
coach
and
no
Wayne
more.
got him. He was the main one going to get Aaron
Who?
Rodgers. The head coach for the Jets.
No.
Yeah, but he got on the table too for the boy.
Woody sent planes out there. Solid. Everybody asking solid questions the whole year. You know what? Everybody knew it was Aaron's team. He was a lame duck coach. Period. Once again, though, before Aaron Rodgers got there, what's his record been?
But I understand where you're coming from, but like to me, Saleh can get the kind of the biggest pass because, like I just said, he came in as a defensive guy in San Francisco, from San Francisco to the Jets,
And the defense has been good.
Yeah, the defense has been good, but he has never had a quarterback, and we know we're in a quarterback-driven league. So, like all of a sudden, the first game of the season last year,
His old
Aaron
ass
Rodgers-
get hurt.
Yep.
So, like to me, is that
And
I
Aaron
think
hasn't
he
played
got
well
to feel
this year
shame.
either.
No, but he hasn't. But like we still have to realize, like he's coming off a torn Achilles.
And
Like,
he's old.
He's old. And age is a factor. But you telling me at year 17, coming off a torn Achilles, you expect him to throw 48 touchdowns and 5 interceptions? No.
Right. So if Aaron's the problem, why are you firing Saleh?
Like I just said, I just think Aaron Rodgers just said there needs to be change. There needs to be.
That's not like I say you're fired. Whoever quarterback say you're fired.
So, fans, what do you think? Come in, comment.
Yeah, please comment.
Yeah, please comment because he's
I'd like to hear your
they
thoughts.
killing me over
All
here.
right, so the next one, we're going to talk about the Texans and Buffalo. We pulled it off.
Yeah, we escaped another game. We escaped another game with a good team.
Look at this French. She'll get.
We-
I love them Texans.
We get up with the big Orion fan. So that's my bullet for him. But at the end of the day,
Texans.
okay, that's fine. But they won. A win is a win. But they escaped it. But Collins gonna be out for a couple of weeks. That's gonna hurt us. And
Did he officially pull his
he
hamstring?
pulled his hamstring.
He pulled it?
He's
Okay.
gonna have to be out about 3-4 weeks.
He's on IR. They just
Yeah, he's on IR.
Oh, they did
yeah.
put him on IR? Okay, so he's 4 weeks at least.
Yeah, so but they ran to the opposite side. I see the Lions still got to get better because they had a big lead. To me, CJ had a bad game, but that happens. Play call and rushing thing, and you playing against a guy like Superman, which I knew Allen was going to get him back in the game. But I just say thank God for the kicker with that 59-yarder. He'd have wrapped the gut, and that sold it because I think we would have went overtime. We might would have been in trouble, but we just got to get together. We played last week. We played a team wasn't good. I think we played a good team. We would have won. This week we played a team was good, and we won one of the top teams, one of the top quarterbacks. But it's just some areas we just got to get it together. We got to get together on offense, but I still got to get a better offensive line wise.
For me, as much as the Texans, congratulations on them. Honestly, I look at more of Josh Allen. For the second straight week, you went up against the top quarterback and lost. So, like, I've always been a firm believer. I've always chose Joe Burrow over Josh Allen 5 times out of 5 times out the week. But you calling Josh Allen Superman, he's never been Superman to me. He's never been. The dude went 9 for 30. 9 for 30 passing, even though passing. So, like, Josh Allen, to me, this just is another case to say, like, everybody wants to kind of crown him in the beginning of the year. Oh, Josh Allen, he's our MVP. But to me, this speaks more about Josh Allen. The Texans, they're going to do what they did what they were supposed to do.
So, man, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
You don't wear glasses no more, huh?
No, I do. It's right here.
You put your glasses
What
on.
you mean put my glasses
Because
on?
when you put your glasses on, watch the boy play. The reason why they call him Superman because he jump all over.
No, that's cool.
No, let me finish.
Superman still gets the win.
We can sing together. We can't talk.
Superman.
We can sing together. We can't talk
Okay,
together.
man.
What I'm saying is this. Superman not even my greatest hero. He's not the greatest hero.
Well,
Superman can just fly.
and he's up
Okay?
there with MVP
So
awards.
what I'm saying is they call the man Superman because the man jumps over people. At the end of the day, he could play, regardless of what he did. That's a big win for Houston. Big win for CJ beating him. But CJ played back.
No,
Let's be real with it. He outplayed CJ in the second half.
Josh,
That field goal kicker saved our ass. Because we went overtime, Superman would have whooped our ass. What was that?
But how many times does a field goal save the quarterback's ass?
I mean, that's what they're there for.
My whole thing is
That's what they're there for.
For the second straight week, my big takeaway is for the second straight week, head to head, Josh Allen has played bad against an elite quarterback.
Look at Josh.
That's it.
But at the end of the day, bro, Josh Allen, the team he lost to last year in the playoffs. I mean, who don't lose to Pat Mahomes?
Okay.
Where Burrow at? I like Burrow. I like Burrow.
All I'm just
But he got to stay. He got to stay out the hospital.
No, but the thing about it is, but I'm talking about this year. I think this year you can make
They lost to Baltimore. I mean,
They
yeah.
did, but you can make a case that Burrow can be really sitting here 3-1, a legitimate 3-1 if this defense was okay. But he's played well almost every game except the Patriots.
Okay.
Can we make a case? Can we make a case that the biggest difference between, and I knew it was going to happen, Buffalo was hoping it wasn't going to happen. He don't have a number one receiver. Stephon Diggs, his number one receiver, is in Houston now. What does Joe Burrow have? Number one receiver. What do we have here in Texas?
You do got my man Stelly Cuz. He's a feature. He scored too.
No,
He went out last week.
he's young. He's a rookie.
But he's stepping it up.
But he's not a number one receiver. Come on now.
He's a number one receiver on their team right now.
He is, but he's not a number one.
Well, we can't say because he's a rookie, but I can say
So,
the boy's stepping his game up early.
But they're not even throwing on the ball 10 times a game like you do a true number one receiver. Like, so if you think about the Texans, they got multiple receivers you can call number one. Buffalo don't have one. We keep saying, you know what? He's gonna struggle, and until he gets some continuity with Coleman, Keon Coleman. Because by the way, almost every game they have one or two big plays.
Yeah,
like just like this last week. He one catch for 49 yards. Why he don't have more catches?
Exactly.
Why they throwing so more?
And by the way,
because there's no continuity there.
And by the
Not
way,
because he's running the wrong routes or he's not seeing them. There's just no continuity. That's gonna take time. So Buffalo gonna struggle unless they have Allen running the ball more.
Yeah.
And then once that sucks in all the defensive linebackers and the safeties, then guess what? He'll be able to go over the top and it'll benefit Coleman. I thought Curtis Samuels would be a bigger role on that team this year, but he's done. He's young, garbage, done.
By the way, if you had to put a comic book together, I think Batman would be Superman.
Hey man, like I just said, they're both heroes, but I said Josh Allen is not even in that discussion.
So anyway,
Melvin.
Yes.
Since we're talking about Texas, Dallas had a game.
Oh, did they?
Who did they play?
Who did they beat? You mean how did they play? Who did they beat?
I'm sorry. Who
was predicted?
Before he started his long Church of God in Christ ceremony,
there we go.
School ceremony.
There we go.
I mean, here's the deal, man.
Here we go.
No. Let me go ahead before he started talking. Let me do this first. We setting sweet lips and we made a little bet. So let me give him his roses since the Cowgirls won. Here you go, man. Here you go, your roses.
I'll take them.
So I give you your roses.
I'll take them.
I give you
I
your
get
roses.
to my mama this weekend. When I see her.
No, they fake.
Hopefully they fake. I give my mama this weekend when I see her.
So I told him I'd give him his roses, Nicole.
I'll take my flowers while I'm still here.
Down one. But I want to hear what he got to say. I think got to say something about the hot girl. But come on, man. Let's get ready for this ceremony. Let's go.
All I'm gonna say is, in the past, this is a game the Cowboys would have lost. You led the game in turnovers. You led the game in penalties. You had crucial mistakes. I mean, you literally fumbled on the second to last play of the game. Dak Prescott recovered and then turns around and throws a touchdown to the guy on the previous play who was injured in his midsection. So, I mean, any way to lose that game, they could have lost that game, but they're showing you the toughness of the Cowboys. And that's I'm gonna leave it at that. Them boys tough now. They got a mindset change. It's not all about the talent. It's about the toughness. And we're going to see it again this weekend. A lot of people, ain't no way they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Then the rain delay, that don't bode well. They can't run the ball. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see this week, once again, another Cowboy victory against the Lions this week.
Yeah.
So I want Matthew to chime in first so you can close it out because I know you got a lot to say.
Week 5 and now they're showing toughness. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's all you can really just say. Like week 5, it's a different mentality because all I see is same McCarthy, I see the same Dak Prescott. We don't know when Micah Parsons really coming back. Micah Parsons is really coming back. Shout out CeeDee Lamb, though. He's going to do what he does. Zeke can't run the ball, but now you're telling me, oh, they went to Pittsburgh and they showed their mentality. But a couple of weeks prior, I hope that were they still showing toughness? Even though they beat the Giants, who's not going to beat the Giants? But we're going to see when they play, like I said, the Lions. Let's see if they can beat Philadelphia. Let's see if they can be the division leaders, the Washington Commanders. Then you can talk about toughness. But we're not going to go through 5 weeks. All of a sudden, the mentality has changed. When I saw tough losses, key injuries, same coach, same quarterback. So that's it.
So we got to be 3 playoff teams to say we
yes.
So if that's the case, who's tough in the league right now?
Who's tough in the league?
Yeah, who's tough? Lamar, Baltimore ain't beat 3 playoff teams.
Hey, listen.
Oh no, who's tough in the league?
No,
Washington ain't beat 3 playoff teams. Let's look at the people they done beat, and you calling them tough?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
No, I'm not.
It's always a different standard when you're talking about
it's
them
not
boys.
A different standard.
Different standard. Guess what? I said they showed toughness this week.
No, but you're saying they're tough.
Because they showed toughness this week.
No, you're saying the mentality has changed.
Exactly.
Like, we've seen it before. 12-4, 12-4, 12-4. NFC Championship? No, I haven't seen the NFC Championship. I'm still waiting. I touched my dad as a Cowboys fan. I bought him a Parsons jersey.
Okay.
Bought him a Prescott jersey.
Yep.
This Christmas, he'll get the CeeDee Lamb jersey. Yeah. But it's okay in December. You'll take it off.
At the end of the day, these boys for winning 12 games a year. You know how many franchises would love to win 12 games and have an opportunity to go to the playoffs? Opportunity. Guess what? You can't win without an opportunity. You can't even. Guess what? Name somebody that's won a Super Bowl without an opportunity to do it.
Sooner or later, the 12-4 is going to turn into dubs. You got to turn it to real championships.
Gotcha.
Can you give me an NFC Championship appearance? Okay. At least that.
I can tell you a team that's got one that still ain't won. San Francisco's been multiple times. Where's their Super Bowl? Oh, so now we celebrate.
Well, I can tell you the problem with that.
We celebrating appearances now?
Hey, listen.
You appearance trophy? You want an appearance
listen.
trophy?
They're closer than the Cowboys.
Says who?
They're closer than the Cowboys.
Who the Cowboys got this week?
The Lions.
Lion teams that make no sense, and that's the problem. But I'm glad they did what they did, but they're not tough though.
Here's the crazy part about it.
Tough.
Here's the crazy part about it. If they would have lost, they would have got pummeled. They win, they still getting pummeled. So what is it? What you got to do?
Because Jerry Jones is
because everybody else ain't beating people by
Jerry
50,
Jones.
and they not getting pummeled.
We can say together, we can't talk together. Jerry Jones is the most arrogant owner. Okay, and he think he owns the league, which he runs a lot of things. He like attention. He do BS a lot. Like he could have been signed CD. He's want everybody to know I run the show. He do all that attention. So when you ask for that attention, everybody gonna pull against you. When you act like that, they gonna pull against you.
I'm okay with that.
And plus, y'all fans are the biggest freaks in the world.
Exactly.
So that's another thing.
So we're not
the black fans.
we're not tough and we win. We tough, we lose. I mean, unless
I got a question.
We just the team you love to hate, right?
Who
we the team you love to hate, right? Who's the team you love to hate?
What am I hating on? They haven't won championships in '95.
I just want to say this.
Who's your team?
No, honestly, when Tom Brady retired, I don't have no team no more.
Oh, so if you don't have a team, want to tell me about my team?
Well, it sounds like you just an individual fan.
That's it.
Here's the deal, man. We got a lot to talk about. I'm not gonna sit about here and talk about them damn Cowboys.
Let's go.
No problem.
Let's go.
They had a game, Kansas City 17 and Chargers 10.
No, no. The Kansas City played the Saints.
Play the Saints.
Last night.
Yeah, last night. That was
Monday Night Football. Monday Football, they played the Saints.
Yeah, they played the Saints.
And spanked them Saints.
They spanked them. I mean, Saints was
Saints
hanging
got a
in
good
there.
team.
I
They
think
spanked them Saints.
her car getting hurt. I don't know if he's gonna be out there to get in there, But Kansas City just too much Pat Mahomes. They hung in there, but too much Pat Mahomes. Yeah. So,
By the way, you say that against every team that plays the Chiefs. Too much Pat Mahomes.
I don't say every team. I don't say every team.
Every week you say that. I mean, no, I'm saying. I'm saying you're saying. I'm saying you can say that every week because that's what Pat Mahomes does. Like I would say that. Too much Pat Mahomes.
I mean, he's the best quarterback right now in the league.
Like he's the dude that truly does. He have a number one wide receiver?
Yeah, he got. But they're young. They're young. Rice was this guy. He got hurt. Then you got the Ricky Worthy from Texas.
To me, when you have a number one wide receiver, that means no matter what team he's on, he's gonna go somewhere and be number one.
Well, okay. Speaking of wide receiver, I want to give a shout out to Hodge, number 12 for Atlanta Falcons. That was a hell of a game. They played Tampa Bay. But the kid from Prairie View A&M University. Gotta give him a shout out. And it don't matter where you go, it's what you do. And my childhood friend, who's the best receiver coach in FBS football, could be the top receiver. He definitely should be at a D1 school. Reggie Moore. Yeah, I got to give my roses to Reggie because he can develop you no matter.
Shout out, Reggie.
What'd you do? And I got to give a shout out to Reggie. Give all the thanks to them. And that kid outran that route and outran them. And I definitely got to give a shout out to Hodge for the Falcons. Give a shout out to my boy Reggie Moore, the best receiver coach in SWAC, and definitely should be at a bigger school. And I know a lot of jobs gonna be open, but
what school?
Any coach at Prairie View.
He's at PV now.
Yeah.
Okay.
From UCLA, coach at UCLA, played at UCLA.
Yeah.
With your boy Troy Aikman. Yeah. Troy, I tell you, that was his best receiver. But my boy Charles Arbo was his tight end.
Yep.
Two of the H-Town boys from the same block, was running things at UCLA. So, but that was huge. That was a big game, and Atlanta got a lot of people shocked. Got a lot of people shocked because we know he do good early in the year how he does it, but so definitely good shot, Reggie. Good job getting that kid ready for the league.
All right, that's what's up. And we had the 49ers. I know that's your team.
Did they win this week?
49ers. Oh, we lost.
Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah, to the Cardinals.
We're not gonna do anything until we get rid of Shannon. My team, the 49ers. I'm a true fan, but I'm the realist. And everybody saying, well, he get John there, but you got to win the big game. Simple as that. Talk about Buffalo in the past, how they was going to the Super Bowl back to back then. Here's the reality. When Buffalo first went, Buffalo was supposed to win that game. They should have won it. They missed the field goal. The next 2 years, they weren't going to beat the Redskins. The Redskins had a better team. They weren't going to beat, I hate to say that, I hate Dallas. They weren't going to beat the Cowboys. They just had a better team. But we get there and have a chance to win. Basic stuff, just run the ball. All we got to do. Then we lose to Gary Coleman and the Cardinals. Come on, man. We losing to Gary Coleman.
You call it Kyler Murray, Gary Coleman.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, Gary Coleman. Lose a 5'7", 5'8" quarterback and lose a damn game, lose to them. I'm like, come on, man. We lost last week to the Rams. We lost to the Rams. I'm like, come on. This is it, man. This got to be it. I don't go ahead and make a run. When I go to Super Bowl, it got to be a change. It's time for a change.
So all their complete games, but they're running an offense similar to what Baltimore's running. Like Kyler Murray's running just like Lamar runs. I think Kyler's way more accurate than Lamar. And then James Conner's been running.
Everybody more accurate than Lamar. I can take a high school quarterback accurate than Lamar.
Conner's been running like a beast.
We can take the kid over at DeSoto right now. More accurate than Lamar.
Because they're running.
We can take the kid out of Duncanville.
Because you got a running quarterback and you got Kyler that's pretty accurate, then now he's able to get the ball down the field and they open up their offense.
That's not no excuse for them to lose to them. And we lead the whole time. He chokes, his butts get tight in big games. And Shanahan lost that game at the end of the day. So I don't know all that junk.
I'm not saying Shanahan.
They don't win the world.
I think Arizona's playing way better than everybody thought they
would. Yeah, but they ain't no win the world. We're supposed to lose to Gary Cole, who was dominating the whole game. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right, so we talked a little bit about Jayden Daniels versus Lamar Jackson.
So Jayden Daniels is the truth. Jayden Daniels is the truth. For a couple of reasons. He went, obviously, I think he transferred a couple of different times. He was there to Arizona State. And then he finished up at LSU, won the Heisman. He's super poised. They're already saying he's a leader in the locker room and the organization. and going into a tough situation with all the transition they got going on there. So it's going to be super cool to see two Black Heisman Trophy winners, quarterbacks. I mean, could anybody even imagine we would have said that, 25 years ago? We got two Black Heisman Trophy quarterbacks going against each other in the National Football League. I mean, that's definitely noteworthy, and I'm excited about it.
Well, I'm excited about Daniel's kid too, and knowing the type of kid he is, and I know people work with him out in LA with my LA connections. I know he probably lives in Doug Williams' office, going there and talking to him a lot. It was cool. I seen him and Doug and Michael Vick taking a picture with each other, and that's the key. That's something that RG3 didn't do, and that's what that kid doing, taking advantage of a legend,
right?
And who's been there and won a Super Bowl, and that kid, he's a class act kid, and he's doing his thing. That's gonna be that's the rivalry game now. It's gonna be funny because he's gonna kick Lamar Jackson ass too. Yeah.
No, sir. Lamar Jackson. Oh no, Jayden Daniels though. Man, he's playing unbelievable. Obviously, they're probably the earliest choice for Rookie of the Year, man. But the one thing that you can say is, he's played well on big stages like Monday Night Football, going into Cincinnati and beating.
So what makes you think he can't beat Lamar?
No, I think right now the Baltimore Ravens have found their stride. I just think right now,
every year.
But
every year. I'm just asking you one question. What makes you think he can beat him? They Washington, they rolled it too.
Okay. Like I said, give me Lamar right now and Derrick Henry.
And the advantage he has, he's a rookie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I just said, but I'm choosing Baltimore because I just think that.
So why you choosing them?
Because Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Those two guys right
there.
Those two guys right there.
Okay. I can say Henry, but I won't say Lamar.
Hey, listen.
You picking Lamar?
Yeah, why not?
You speaking to James Harden, the NFL football?
Hey, listen. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right.
He's better than Josh Allen.
Who better than Josh Allen?
Lamar Jackson.
Man,
he's better than Josh Allen.
Look here, man. You want to get, but we're not talking about it. We're talking about Daniel.
Yeah, well,
we're talking about Daniel. Okay. This Daniel's first year in the league. Okay. Right. He's more polished than Lamar when he was a rookie.
Hey, listen,
I guarantee you right now, he's gonna be better than Lamar. Okay. I can't say it yet because he's young. CJ gonna be better than him.
We'll see.
So okay, I got to do with this. Let's stay in the lane. Okay, let's stay with it.
Jackson is not better than
who's more accurate than him and who's more accurate than Daniel?
Hey,
who's more? It doesn't answer the question. Yes, it does. That's why he can't win a Super Bowl because not accurate.
Hey, listen, Lamar get the win. Lamar get the win.
Next conversation. First of all, the boy not even accurate. He can't even throw. This boy throw better than him as a rookie already.
Listen,
he's more polished. He can read defenses. Because to win the thing in
Kirk Cousins throws better than Lamar, but guess what? I'm choosing Lamar Jackson every time, so I don't care. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
I think it's about the wins.
Yeah, the show's about the wins.
Get
Super Bowl. That's not a win. Okay. What do you mean wins?
We're going to see.
One. Look, I'm going to say this.
We're going to see.
I'm going to say this.
We're going to see.
At the end of the day, when you say somebody win, you have to win the big one.
Okay.
If you don't get, you can't even, you got to get there. You got to get there.
Okay, let's see.
Okay,
like
then.
15 beats everybody.
Before you say you're a winner, you got to get there.
I think he's won more games than both.
Here's what I'll say. We can continue to debate this. It's just like he thinks about Lamar Jackson like you think about the Cowboys. It don't matter what you say.
What?
That happened.
Okay.
That happened.
Okay.
I'm not saying both of you don't have good points. Like you're right. Lamar's not very accurate for sure. And you're right. A lot of people gonna choose Lamar, and a lot of people rightfully should choose Lamar, being a former two-time NFL MVP player. So it's not gonna. We might as well next.
I just want to say this. Hold on, I just want to say this. Because you've been knowing me a long time. Everybody been knowing me a long time. They know I eat, sleep, and drink football. Okay? Number one, I'm a fan like everybody else. But the difference between me being a fan, I know the game. I eat, sleep, and drink it and scout the game. I do that. And all I'm saying, I raised by some of the best mentors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And guys like Marvin Allen, Sister Jim for the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Van Singer, even more Reggie, more evaluating receivers.
Yep.
Keenan McCarthy, all of them. At the end of the day, it's about when you look at that film.
I agree.
And what you see on film. You can sit back and argue all day about this guy. And especially playing a position quarterback, that's the hardest position to play.
Yep.
It's like you the CEO. When you work quarterback, you got to work 7 days a week. You can sit back and debate how many wins you get MVPs, but if you don't work 7 days a week, don't throw to your receivers, and you going home doing all season, like Brandon LaFleur told me, like with Tom Brady. Brady packed them up. Let's go. They took vacations, but them dudes out there working for 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you don't know how to read defenses, you're not going to win. That's just something back as a quarterback. And that's been that boy's problem. And that's why I said, you can win all that, you can win the MVPs, all that. He's James Harden of NFL football, but can't win the big games. And you can't even get there. It's like James Harden can't even get to the championship. Whether you win or lose, at least get there. So move on to the next subject.
All right, so let's talk about Sunday's game is coming up. The Washington Commanders and the Ravens.
We just talked about.
Wait a minute, where have I been?
Oh no, I think you see
just
today.
talked about that.
That's the baby we talking about that.
I'm looking at the notes here today. All right, so we can move on to college then. So the first game we'll talk about is Vanderbilt and Alabama.
You don't roll top, man.
No.
Oh,
Nick
no.
Saban left. I know.
Hold on. Before Truesdale goes, what Truesdale's about to say is 1,000% truthful. Now I know some of you are probably gonna say, "Yeah, no, we had the conversation. I have no reason to lie because he ain't paid me. I wish he would, but I had no reason to lie. But I'm gonna let my boy say what he's gonna say. Go ahead."
Well, I just said this. I should have said it on the ad. Me and him talking about it.
I told him he should have said it on there.
And I should have
Last
said it.
week.
But at the end of the day, Melvin, my witness, I picked Vandy to beat Alabama. And with that quarterback, and he beat Auburn. And I said, to me, Bama ain't that good. Georgia ain't that good. I have to be real with you. SEC so up and down. That's why I picked Texas to win it. And that guy, what he did was a hell of a. He has a hell of a story. Walked on, went to junior college, was like third, fourth string, went to New Mexico State, won up there and beat Auburn last year. His head coach resigned and took an assistant job at Vanderbilt, and he came and 6 other players, and they did what they did. And I mean, it's like a Johnny Manziel story. That's who he looked up to, which he throw the ball better than Johnny. But his story the same way. The last time Alabama was ranked number 1, lost to a non-ranked team, was Texas A&M. And I mean, the boy did his thing, and I definitely got to get that kid his roses. That kid, Deco, whatever his name, what's his name, Deco, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He don't have to worry about nothing for the rest of his life in Nashville. He better eat at the top end restaurants between. Nashville's growing. They got the casinos coming. Vanderbilt old dude program now. There's a university in the city. They're gonna take care of that kid for the rest of his life. And I mean, he just did his thing. They had the ball 17 minutes. Bama got some issues. They had to play on defense, wouldn't come out the game. They had to call a timeout. Now, if Nick was there, they would have been in. Nick would have came in that field and ripped his butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
no, he came out the game.
Yeah,
He came out the game.
Yeah,
he came out the game.
But I say that they say we're gonna beat them, and they beat us. That's the biggest shot. And in people's eyes, it's a new Vandy. Yeah, it is. But the people down in Tuscaloosa ain't trying to hear that. You lost to Vanderbilt. That's like Texas losing to Rice. But all them people down there in Austin was about to kill themselves back in 1994 when they lost to Rice.
You're right.
It is what it is.
They're similar schools. I'll say is Alabama's a flawed team. Just like a lot of teams, obviously in college football, but they are a very good team. Obviously, with a first-year coach, there's going to be some transition there. Is that excuse them to losing against Vandy? No knock against Vandy. No hate against Vandy. Those kids are playing hard too. They got a good coach and a good program, and like Truesdale said, they got some dogs on that team that just come out every week trying to prove themselves. Like they walking on the field and everybody thinking they're gonna lose, and they going to practice every week going, we can win. And they played a lot of teams tough, especially in that SEC. So my boy's gonna have Vandy in a couple of weeks. Nobody's walking. The thing about it though now is nobody's walking into Vandy thinking it's gonna be a cupcake.
Sweet.
And so with that being said, Vandy's gonna have to continue to play like they did last week against Alabama, because people are not gonna walk in there thinking it's a homecoming game where we're gonna have a win. Now, so they're I'm not gonna say that Vandy's gonna get people's best, but they're gonna get a competitive. People not gonna walk in there. They're gonna walk in there.
Nah, it's a lot of teams right now I can tell you they're gonna be, like I said, so up and down there.
Yeah.
But that transfer portal is the key. That can get your program done overnight. And then Vandy now, they cut their standards down. The facility's getting bigger. They put money in the program, and you ain't got to worry about certain SAT and all that getting in there. So they trying to win now.
Right.
Because they playing Kentucky, I think, this week, and I think they're going to beat Kentucky. Kentucky ain't got no quarterback. They got some issues
But
there.
Kentucky played Georgia tough, and they beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, but that's my point. Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and they good. That quarterback is a playmaker. You don't know which way they're going. The offense and the
I'm not familiar with Kentucky.
At the end of the day,
but Kentucky got a good
they
defense.
beat Ole Miss. Kentucky battle beat them.
Yeah.
But that was a big win for them. But
Yeah.
they have problems in the quarterback area.
But I think Kentucky has a pretty good defense, especially
They got a good defense.
Because they held Georgia down.
Vandy got a good defense too.
Okay.
You know, you got the Funno kid from Bradsport ran the interception back.
Okay.
Took it to the house, you know. So
It'll be a good game.
What you think, Nightmare?
Nah, man, like I just said, it was
You a Bama fan?
no, not anymore. But like at the end of the day, like Vanderbilt, they came to play. Alabama didn't. I know my boy Saban's not there, but you know, Jalen Milroy played a hell of a game last week. But you know, with situations like that, you know, you're the number one team in the country. You're going to get everybody's best. And Vanderbilt on any given Saturday went up there and beat them.
You know what? I said this out to Melvin too. Rankings doesn't mean anything anymore.
No, it don't.
It's about the playoffs. They're gonna do the rankings
Mhm.
for the show and all that, but it's about the playoffs at the end of the day, and it is what it is, man. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
All right, we talked about earlier about Tennessee. It was upset by Arkansas.
Yes.
14-19.
Any given Saturday in the SEC, I was shocked.
I don't know if it's upsets. It's just more like I think that's just that's the tale of SEC football.
It was upset still. Arkansas got a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but they weren't supposed to lose that game. They bad lost, but hey, they bounced back. Yeah.
And I think, Trudeau, you went to the game, UNLV and Syracuse. How was that?
Man, that game, UNLV and Syracuse was probably the best game over the weekend. That was a hell of a game. Overtime, you know, UNLV had all, and UNLV had all kind of chance to win it too. They kept dropping the ball. Yeah, linebacker dropped it twice, but definitely Baldwin kid from Houston and the Cam Oliver kid from Houston. They took care of business for UNLV. They had a good game. You know, I got to give a shout out to my boy Darrell Gill, receiver from Syracuse, did a good job. I mean, it was a lot of. This shows how much talent is in Houston, because we all over the place. And way West Coast team playing way team on the East Coast, and all the H-time connections there, you know, and had a good time down there and a good time the night before visiting the coaches on both staffs. I'm close to them. Coach Rick Lugo, give a shout out to him. My boy Cooper, get a shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Mike Johnson, my boy Omar at Syracuse. He Coach Fran, head coach, and I was happy for him. And they still got a way to go, but they're going to be all right. But that was a hell of a game. And UNLV, that's the team I picked, non-power 14, Matthew, to go to the playoffs. Okay. This is not going to hurt them. And they got a tough one in 2 weeks because Borgia ain't playing either.
Well, yeah.
That running back is the truth. He's
I think he's ready to run for like, 1,000 yards?
Yes. And I've been telling everybody, and I know we're going to talk about Cam in a minute, but him and Cam Ward, my top two candidate for the Heisman.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're just gonna forget about Travis Hunter, but it's all good. It's all good. He's not Heisman Trophy worthy.
I'd say my top two.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, let's talk about Cam Ward. So Trudeau, you told me Michael Irvin got down on all fours. And I was like, what? And I had to go on YouTube and see the video. And I mean, this man was like serious.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Michael Irvin loved the U. What football player come out of Miami don't love the U? But Michael Irvin loves the U. Last week against Virginia Tech, he was on the sideline like he was coaching, sweating to them, getting the boys hype. He got on all fours, looking like a damn Doberman pinching on the ground. And he was like, gotta get it. And I was so happy they won. You know, I got Cam all the way, South Texas boy. You know, shout out to his parents, Mr. Ward. But man, you know, I was really happy for Irvin. Irvin loves Cam too. I love him. Talk about him on this podcast. He talk about him on a lot. He talks about him a lot. But that man Irvin got that big support from Mario Cristobal, and he was just happy as hell. And that was a huge win. That was a big comeback. Cal ain't no joke. You know, Cal got a squad. Cal beat beat Auburn, and they did what they had to do. And Cam just a man. Cam, no doubt, is number one pick to me. If a team need a quarterback, they number one pick. Cam's the man. The way the Dolphins looking like they losing, they're gonna probably draft Cam Ward. But Cam is so comfortable. It's like you playing out there with little bitty boys.
Yeah. All right. And then we have a Saturday game coming up. Do you know about that, Bill?
You mean at 2:30 on national TV in Dallas with the number one ranked team in the country, the Texas Longhorns going up against the top 25 Oklahoma Sooners. We're gonna have to put them Sooners in their place. Sooner gone, then Sooner coming. Sooners gonna be gone, and the Longhorns gonna be coming. So it should be a good game. National TV 2:30. That game's normally at 11, so I'm pretty excited. And I get to sleep in a little bit. I will be heading to Dallas to enjoy the festivities and enjoy the win. It won't be an easy win, though. Like, it won't. Oklahoma got a good defense. We got our starting quarterback, Quinn Ewers, coming back. So I expect a little bit of rust at some point during the game, probably a little bit in the first quarter, first half, and then we should definitely get it rolling.
Manning will be out starting quarterback. He'll play this week. That boy gonna probably play about a minute and be out the game with his injury prone behind. But this game is going to be really interesting because this is the first time I've seen both of these teams have a bye. And Oklahoma needed that bye. And if Oklahoma offense just can click a little, it's going to be a good game because Oklahoma got good defense. And it's a rivalry. You never know what's going to happen.
Same thing. Except the same thing. Shout out my boy Zion Kearney, receiver at Oklahoma. So like I said, Texas number one team in the country. Quinn Ewers.
Could you say that again? I didn't hear you. Could you say
Zion Kearney?
No, after that.
Texas, the number one team in the country.
Oh, okay.
Quinn Ewers coming back. But honestly, I just feel like this is a game that I believe, like, I would actually pick Oklahoma to win the game because I always feel like they always play this rivalry hard. And then when that team is always supposed to be like number one in that rivalry, I always feel like the script flips. So, but to me, it wouldn't even affect Texas if they lose anyway, because I still think they'll be in the playoffs.
No, it affect.
I don't think it would affect them really.
It will affect them.
You don't lose OU.
You don't lose.
It's
like Alabama don't lose to Vanderbilt.
You don't lose OU.
You don't lose OU. And that's even a rivalry, but you don't lose OU.
You don't lose OU.
It is SEC time, and they number one. You can't do that. And then you got to play two big rivals. You got back on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So if they lose the A&M and OU, man, that game is serious. I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's not going to affect them for us, but it can still affect them because in the SEC, you roll and lose 3 games. Hey, every game is a key, but this is rivalry. You got to beat them, and now you got A&M on the schedule now. You got your hands full with 2 rivals.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to get the players up for this game. Like they've been thinking about this game for 2 weeks. Obviously, they had the bye. Yeah. He said both teams. So it's just all about going out and executing. Like Sark says, we want you to play with emotion. We don't want you to be emotional. So we want the boys to go out there fired up, but be smart, play smart, don't have any dumb penalties, fighting and stuff like that.
You always have to get your team up. I don't give a damn. I remember one year Texas came in 4-0, and Oklahoma came in 0-4. And some dude called the radio station and said, "Who we playing? Oklahoma." I remember when John Blake was the head coach.
Yep.
And they upset y'all.
Yep.
Jackson boy from Yanks ran the punt back and won the game. So
if we lose,
you got to be up for it no matter
what.
That's when you really
got to be. It won't be a shocker. It won't be like, oh my God, because Oklahoma has a good team. They have a good defense. Their offense is trying to come together. But at the end of the day, I feel like Texas is a more complete team. They got more depth, and they're ready for a big test like this because they've gone to Michigan and won in Michigan. Mm-hmm. They went to Alabama last year and won in Alabama. Mm-hmm. So not only do the players, but the coaching staff knows what it takes to win these big games. And that's got to be week after week.
Well, we know that, but the only thing I'm saying is in Texas have a history blowing halftime leads against Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. We lost last year.
Yeah,
we won last year.
Year before that.
2 years before that, when Caleb came off the bench and beat us 2 years ago.
My Texas OU best game.
Oh my God, I was there. I just shed a tear. But
Yeah, well, we'll be on cry this time.
no, we not. No,
She go suicide watch.
No suicide watch needed for the OU people, maybe.
All right, Big 12 returns in Kansas State. They hit the road to try to dominate Colorado. And I had went online and they had was giving predictions, right? And they used this computer generated thing. And according to this computer generated thing, they said Kansas State is projected to win.
Yeah, K-State can win. K-State will win again. They'll beat Colorado. Then on top of that, you got the Elvis kid. I'm sure you're going to be pumped up playing at Colorado. The road's going to get tough now. So we'll see what happens. But I think Kansas State will win this game.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's more of a toss-up. And if I had to lean one way, it would be towards Kansas State. Here's what I'll say. They made an adjustment 2 weeks ago before the bye because Colorado had a bye. Shedeur was getting killed because they were in 4 wide receiver personnel for the majority of it. They went to 3 wide and put a tight end there. So now Shedeur has at least a half a second more because that tight end is standing and chipping somebody, and he not getting sacked as much as he was before. So if they get smart and they run 2 tight end sets, give Shedeur a little more time, then they'll have a little more success. Their defense, by the way, I wasn't even aware of this, but I saw one of the another podcast and another interview. Their defense is like top 3 in the country.
Yeah, but look at they play against. Let's just be real. And the boy still put a lot of numbers up on the ground. The running back Harvey from Central Florida. Central Florida is not that good. Their offensive line is still. And I noticed that. I knew that the first game I went there and I went down and watched the game. And that's just the reality. I'm not taking nothing away from them. They look a lot better. Yeah, they doing that. If that isn't Dion and his son will interrupt that offense. It seemed like he let that offensive coordinator run his show. But one thing about Kansas State, they strong up front on defense and offense. They fundamentally sound, and that coach, they don't make no mistakes. And that coach got fun. They got the whole package. I mean, we'll see what happens. It'll be tough. That quarterback, the real deal too. He can do it all.
I'm gonna go with Kansas State as well. I just feel like in games like this, I think Shedeur, he's another guy that they got to show me like you could win those type of games. I think Shedeur is always going to have beautiful and big numbers, but can you win?
They throw every down.
Yeah, but can you win those type of games in certain environments? So I just feel like he kind of tends to struggle to win those games. But like I just said, I'll choose Kansas State.
So
he got a great point.
So question though.
What big games Shedeur won?
No, but a question. So I'm asking. So if they beat Kansas State this week, is that a big win?
That's a big win for Shedeur. That's his first big win.
Okay. Because some people said, UCF game was a big game. A lot of people predicted that.
Yeah, but UCF's not a top 10, top 15 team either though.
Okay.
Kansas State is.
I'm just saying. All right, cool. All right. We'll see next week.
You also attended TSU homecoming.
Melvin was
Melvin out there pumping up in the tunnel park.
Melvin, everybody was asking about you too, by the way.
Yeah, where was you at, Nicole? They was looking for you, Nicole. They want to talk to us.
And thank you all who were looking for me. I'm good.
But Melvin turned it out.
No, we went out there. We had a good time. Obviously, I love supporting any institution other than OU and A&M, but I especially love supporting HBCUs for sure. So I told people for months that I wanted to go to TSU's homecoming this year. Got out there, had a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends, even some family that's gone to TSU. So it was a great time.
I appreciate you meeting what's his name, going after the game, make sure you kill yourself over Alabama.
But this is a great segue. We're gonna have our K Rito quick hits brought to you by K Rito Tequila, one of the best tasting tequilas out there in the market. Go by your local account liquor store and pick up the spicy watermelons, our number one selling flavor. Mango is definitely delicious, and tamarind, if you want something a little different, makes a great Latin mule. But Tuesday,
Yes, sir.
the HBCU man himself. For all you don't know, he went to Bethune-Cookman. So I want you to rank the top 3 HBCU homecomings? Because I know you've been to probably all of them. Top 3 HBCU. Starting with number 3. What would be number 3 best homecoming?
That I've been to. I say FAMU.
Okay, I've been to FAM's homecoming. That's nice. That's nice. FAM does. They got the band.
I say Tuskegee.
I haven't been to Tuskegee, but my boy Chucky Boone, shout out to Joe Washington, who played for Tuskegee. He also played in the NFL, wide receiver. He's a Tuskegee grad, and I think their homecoming's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, maybe this weekend.
And I'll say Prairie View.
You know that I have done PVs. I have done PVs. I've done PVs homecoming. We'll be doing it again this year.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes. Good.
He does it.
They say NT. I just got to go to NT. How is the show? I don't really like it. It's not. To me, good homecomings are at agriculture schools where you got all the land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's organized.
So the good thing about
TV is organized.
TSU sit in the middle of the city, but it's the way the land is.
Yeah.
Because they homecoming has come a long way.
No, it was cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It was a good time.
But,
Good time for sure. PVs.
Yeah.
PV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stopping to have a good homecoming, but see, Southern laugh at you because every game is homecoming because of the support they got.
Right.
So they just ain't gonna show up just to that one game, and then next thing you know, the next week the game probably got about 2,000 people. I'm just saying, but now people got homecoming. Yeah, they've been
Cool. So we got FAM number 3, Tuskegee number 2, and then PV number 1.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
All right, that's fun. So Melvin, we talked about the Heisman Trophy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who you got? Who's on your heart?
Man, we gonna. I mean, y'all said it's a big game, so we gonna see what Travis Hunter does this week. I still have him as my 1A Heisman Trophy candidate, followed closely by Cam Ward. Followed closely by Cam Ward. I mean, it could be a toss-up right now. Once again, Travis Hunter's doing something nobody else has done in a long time, if ever, when you talk about how many plays he's running on both sides.
I got a question to ask you.
Yep.
If Manning getting this game early, it comes from on his heels, and he played the rest of the season, did he have a chance to win the Heisman?
Yeah. Like if Manning was gonna play the rest of the season,
do you think he got a chance to win the Heisman?
If
if he come in this game early, and from here on out, you know it's his, because he'll yard away from getting this position. Do you think he win the Heisman? I got a chance, even get invited.
He's got to have big stats.
Yes, and because I didn't, who did he play a couple weeks ago? ULM.
Yeah.
Those 2 picks really turned me off.
Well, you gotta understand. You can't worry about that because he got something on the end.
Yeah,
if he wins.
So, like I just said, if he wins, but it also comes down to numbers too. So, like, he has to play well in those wins.
Yeah,
that's the one thing about the Heisman Trophy. Like, it's not mostly not even necessarily about the wins, because some of these Heisman Trophy winners lately, they don't really be getting when they're looking at those numbers. Like Jayden Daniels won the Heisman, and they weren't the best team in the country.
No, for sure. But
you still got to win.
Here's what I'll tell you:
you got to win, but you got to have good numbers.
Yeah, win championship.
Whichever Texas quarterback plays the rest of the year, whether it's Ewers or whether it's Manning, if they put up big numbers, they're gonna be in the contention for the Heisman.
And the other thing about it is too, I just think maybe I'm probably looking at maybe Sam Bradford, I don't really be seeing a lot of pocket quarterbacks win the Heisman. Like, there's not really a lot. Well, maybe Joe Burrow, because that was just unbelievable what he was doing. That was easy. But like pocket quarterback, I think throwing 40 touchdowns anymore. Like, you better have like at least.
Well, Manning can do that. He can run.
Yeah. So that's my. I don't.
Well, people like to see excitement running
in. Yeah. So that's what I would just say. Like, but I think Burrow, did he throw for 60 or 70
touchdowns that year? Yeah. So I think, so back to your original question. I think Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, whoever has the better record towards the end of the year will probably get the nod for the Heisman Trophy. And then there's be a dark horse out there. You can go with the Boise State running back for sure. But it's like you told me. And you said this truth there. It matters how many wins they're gonna have.
Well, Boise rolling. They're rolling for us. That point, it's just a competition.
Yeah, competition against wins.
Yeah,
so
I think that kid should He deserved it, man. He deserved it. I mean, I look back when Gino Toretta won it, he shouldn't have won it. Marshall Faulk should have won it.
Right.
But is it because he went to San Diego State? So sometimes they're gonna look at that too, though. But my thing is, the kid just good. I don't care. Just give it to him. He played,
Would you give it to him over Cam?
If he deserve it.
Would you give it to him over Cam Ward right now?
Right now, I'm gonna go with Cam Ward. But I give it to him over Cam Ward. If I say anybody else to win it before him, I say him. They're my top 2 candidates.
Gotcha.
All right, I'll do that shit. All right. So let's talk a little bit about high school football. Duncanville and DeSoto.
Oh shit, that's a
This weekend in Dallas. I mean, all the good football in Dallas this weekend. Cowboys, Longhorns, Duncanville, DeSoto. I mean, y'all might just come on down for some good football.
Cowboys got a home game.
Yeah, Cowboys got a home game. You can't get the hotel.
That's to me. Hey, y'all trying to be funny, but you got Texas OU playing. He said Dallas got a home game.
Friday, Duncanville, DeSoto.
Duncanville, DeSoto. That's the best game of the weekend.
Oh, come on.
That's the best game of the weekend, and that's the best high school game. And that game is bigger than Texas OU game this year.
You just
they good. They're both top 2 teams. Oh, you're not a top 10 team.
Who's not?
Duncanville. You're talking 2 national high school programs.
You're right.
National. Let's be real now.
You're right.
And the only thing I'm upset at is why would you put that game at that small stadium? Because they were supposed to play at Ranger Stadium. You don't have to get that greedy because they missing out.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
You got
They be home and home. So.
Listen, you got people coming in for the game. Texas and OU fans coming to see commitments and kids. They
right. You're right.
People come to see them. That's the game.
I'll
be honest with you, and I'd be more excited in this Texas. You know how we are here, but I'd be more excited going to see Duncanville and DeSoto and OU in Texas.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they really should just move to the Cotton Bowl. Ain't nobody playing the Cotton Bowl.
No, Ranger Stadium is perfect because it's right by both of the communities.
In Washington?
Yeah.
DeSoto or South?
What I'm saying is you can get to Arlington down there closer, can you?
No, South Dallas is right there.
Well, you know they're not going to play in the Cotton Bowl.
They can't.
And plus,
Dallas.
And plus, you can't put that game at night. You in South Dallas. I won't want to go out and get robbed in my car. Shoot.
It's a game. It's a game that I've been waiting for. Duncanville, DeSoto. Man,
who you picking?
Who am I picking? Duncanville.
Yeah,
I'm going with Duncanville because
Duncanville rolling.
Like I would say this, they should have won last year, but the boy was suspended for the first half and ended up scoring 3 touchdowns in the second half. So if DeCorian Moore doesn't get suspended, Duncanville beats them.
I'm going with DeSoto.
I'm not, and the thing is, I need somebody to
I'm going with DeSoto.
Claude Mathis, because I'm getting when he lost to North Crowley. When he lost to North Crowley, I literally was celebrating because I have a bone to pick with Claude Mathis because of
what's your bone?
Because what he did last year. Last year when they played Willis, he went around and pranced around. Oh, I got the real DJ. I got the real DJ on my team because DJ Lagway versus DJ Bailey. When he did that, that was one of the because you're like, you got the better team. Stop acting like if DJ Lagway didn't walk into DeSoto, you wouldn't start him. Claude Mathis is one of the most cockiest coaches in Texas. That's why I just said when he goes down tomorrow night, Friday night, I promise I'm tweeting because I'm tweeting because when he lost, I stayed up for that North Crowley game. That game didn't end till 10 p.m. I was like, North Crowley went into the zone and knocked him out. I said, Duncanville would have knocked him out too, but they will still win state. They're going to win state. DeSoto will still win state in 6A Division 2. But Duncanville, I'm going to pick them boys 45-39.
Well, man, it's hard.
45-39.
Well, first of all, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to put against my boy Coach Sweeney, receiving coach from Galveston at DeSoto. So I'm pulling for him, but they both do got great teams. Everybody hate Mathis. I don't know why y'all hate the man, but that DJ Lagway comment, that was just. Well, we don't know what went on before the game too.
No, it was unnecessary. We got the real.
What I'm saying is, did they do anything before the game?
No, listen, Clark just talking like, oh, he's talking about even if DJ Lagway went here, I'll still start DJ Bailey. I said you would get fired for that. You lying yourself.
Well, the man DJ played quarterback from DeSoto, right?
Yeah, DJ
He
Bailey.
won state too, though, man.
No, he won state. I'm not taking anything away from DJ Bailey, but come on now. There's levels to this.
I mean,
DJ Lagway or DJ Bailey, come on, Pat. You're an evaluator. You're an evaluator.
But the man got confidence in his player. He trying to get his player some pub. Ain't no different than what Dion do for Sador. That's what he's doing.
It's all good.
The game is in DeSoto, so
They played
playing in DeSoto.
Yeah, I think they played in DeSoto last year.
Did they?
I think they did.
Well, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
That's all right.
They should be playing at your stadium.
Hey, listen, Keelan Russell, get the job done, and then after that, you'll be starting at Bama, bro. It's okay. Even though I'm not a Bama fan no more, but Keelan Russell.
Oh man, I understand somebody pull for him no more. Then the individual at least make you still like the team. The Tom Brady still make you like Tampa, or like New England. The next Saban make you still like Alabama.
No, not at all. So Nick Saban gone, I gotta go to. It's like John Calipari. Every time he leaves, I'm Arkansas now.
Oh, that's the worst coach in America.
Hey, chill out. No, I don't do that.
All right, guys. So Matthew, we have a segment that we call Inside the Locker Room.
Okay.
And so this is when we are off the, the court, the field, or the ring, or what have you, and just kind of dive a little deeper what's going on. And so Lamar Odom, he was showing that now he puts salmon sperm on his face. All right. And so I read the article, and Odom, he receives the Rejurin salmon sperm DNA facial from a Dr. Robert Dorgman in Beverly Hills. And the treatment involves a micro-needling salmon sperm DNA into the face. All right, so the benefits of this is the hydration boost, collagen stimulation, tissue repair, and improved skin texture. Now, Truesdale, can you guess how much it costs to have one of these skin sperm facial sessions?
Shit, a couple of thousand. So I mean,
Just guess.
about 10 grand. I mean,
$3,200. Melvin. Jennifer Aniston and Kim Kardashian also have these types of facials. So I just want to know, what are your thoughts?
So my thought is, I'm old school. You talking about hydration? I'm drinking some Gatorade to get hydrated. You talking about skincare? Cocoa butter still works, for sure. So I don't need no $3,000 needle sperm on my face. I don't care whose it is to get any type of positive effects. I will say though, for Odom, I'd rather for him doing that than some of the other drugs he was doing back in the day. So if that's gonna keep him off that other stuff and keep him out of trouble, then more power to him. But it's just craziness. That's somebody or people that have too much money.
That's I really think, guys, is that boy got them. It's just them drugs, man. There's something about them Kardashian girls. It's just
I agree with that.
It's just something about that. And Hold'em's got some issues, man. And I'm praying for the brother. I really like the brother, man.
He's been down for a minute on the Mavericks.
I think last time I heard he's supposed to did something else. I don't know, man. I don't want to say it on that, but
yeah,
right.
Crazy, but just crazy. I get Sammy Sosa or something. I don't know. So no, man.
But
what you think, Matthew?
Matthew?
No, no.
Matthew, you hadn't had that.
I mean,
no.
Okay.
I wear.
I'm transparent on the show, man.
Listen,
okay.
Listen. I wear my.
It's okay.
We'll
get you a hug. Get you a hug, Matthew. Get you a hug.
But most people don't know that most skincare and beauty products, including lotions and things, are made from placenta, from baby's placenta and urine. Most people don't know that. So I mean, it's not salmon.
Not my cocoa butter. It's not. I'm just saying.
But yeah, that's what makes them. They say, "Oh, silky soft skin." That's what it comes from the placenta, but it's still not, sperm. So I just, wonder if it was from like a sperm whale, instead of using a salmon, if you use sperm whale sperm with that, make your skin even better. I don't know. It was just a thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna make me go there.
All right. So, let's talk about Shilo Sanders, Truesdale. All right, so I'm gonna kind of read this. I don't know if you know what's going on with Shilo. Matthew, do you know about him in the lawsuit?
No, I know about the lawsuit. What?
Yeah. So basically, Shilo was sued and by a guy, Darjean, and he won the lawsuit, $11.8 million, and then he filed bankruptcy. And so he was supposed to turn in all of his money to the court and everything, and he did supposedly, but he left out the NIL deal money that he was getting. And Darjean, he went back to an appeal, like, hey, this man don't want to pay me, so forth and so on. So I'm gonna read a little bit about it. But a federal judge, he issued another ruling in the bankruptcy case of Colorado football player Shilo Sanders. Once again, denying Sanders' attempt to fully dismiss a complaint from the former school security guard, who Sanders still owes $11 million.
Mhm.
So, he complained he still has to pay him. And so this is the second time since June that the judge has had to rule this, request for Sanders to turn in. And, his lawyer saying he has been cooperating, but he hasn't. And, it's one of those age-old things. It doesn't matter who you are, but Shilo was like posting things about cars, his shoes, his jewelry and stuff. And so that's what Darjean is taking. And the judge is saying it is submissible in court that if you're saying you're bankrupt, where are these receipts and checks and stuff like that you were getting from NIL, and why are you wearing all this jewelry, kind of thing. So that's what's going on right now. So in the end, what it is that the judge says that in the case, Sanders' business and income is derived from his NIL rights. If Sanders does monetize his NIL rights through social media posts, as alleged by Darjean, those posts could be construed as business records. Thus, Darjean's allegations about deletion of social media posts may support his claim. And the court would therefore deny Sanders' renowned motion to dismiss the claim to extend is based on records. So basically, he's saying that he's not going to dismiss it and he needs to pay the $11.8 million. So what are your thoughts?
Man, pay the man his money, man. You know you got that money, man. Pay him every single dime. It's crazy.
I mean, if they don't, you just got to pay the man. You can't avoid it. You in everybody's face.
Yeah.
You know, Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials. Y'all, all the things y'all getting, NIL deals y'all getting behind the scene, in front of the scene, and everything. At the end of the day, you gotta pay the people. You gotta pay because it's gonna get worse.
Here's what I say. I mean, it's easy.
Pay that man.
It's easy to sit around for other people to say pay the man $11.8 million, like they got that just sitting around. Yeah, they got money, but like $11.8 million is maybe something they don't have, and definitely something they feel. So, as far as like his jewelry and stuff that he had, you don't know if he had that stuff before the incident, after the incident. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna
stop because he's a standard. They showboat. They get everything, anything.
They get everything, but
pay the man. They got the money. All I'm saying is, why the mom?
They might not agree with the settlement.
Why the mom getting sued? Oh, the settlement is over in the judge hand. You got to pay the man.
Just because the judge ruled
it.
So why didn't they rule it $8 million? Or why didn't they rule it $14 million?
I got nothing to do with that.
It's totally arbitrary. So if they don't agree with it, that's the way the system is set up. And by the way, other people do it all the time. Other people, I'm not gonna say who those other people are, but they've been sued and they still ain't paid. And they are and they on social media.
They start coming to pick up stuff too from their behind.
They on social media.
It's gonna hunt them for the rest of their life. It's like,
well, this is the argument that I have. Is that
put a payment plan together. I say that
with a payment plan, but the thing about it, he's still paying them. The problem is that he was ordered to turn in all financial records, and he did not. Yeah. He did not include anything from the NIL. So to me, you're being deceitful, and I don't want to say the L word, but you're not being truthful. That's the whole
question to get over.
Question for you, Truesdale. The quarterback at UNLV had an NIL deal, right?
No, he didn't.
He did?
Why did lies. I was down the inside. He went in there. What happened to that? Let everybody know on the record. Let's get the record straight.
Yeah, get on the record.
You can't believe what you read and hear all the time. This right here you can believe because this is all records through ball.
That's what I'm asking.
You want me to answer the question? what we talking about right here, that's on Law Run. This is true stuff.
Right.
We're hearing and reading. What the UNLV thing was, the kid transferred from Holy Cross, and the kid went like 3-0. So what the kid did, he took bad advice. He got a dude came out nowhere, told him he was an agent. Guy ain't never really did no major contract, and told me he wanted to represent him. The boy daddy fell for the okey doke. So the boy daddy ain't the smartest. So the boy got bad advice. So his agents went in there. The guy, so-called agent, told him wanted to get 300,000, trying to get 300,000 from the university. University was like, no, and then so they decided to quit so they couldn't play another game so the kid can redshirt. And now they think they're gonna get it somewhere else. That's a problem right there. That's where everybody gonna deal with you. So the boy starting right now in UNLV came from Campbell. He should have been starting, and the team agreed with that.
Right.
And when the coach came in the locker room and said, "Hey, look, this is gonna be our starting quarterback," blah blah blah, and the team just got hype and got behind him because every kid on that team, every coach on that staff said that boy should have been starting, but the OC decided to start the other kid, and that's bad advice he got. So that which I read was not true.
So
at all.
That's one. So that's the first reason.
But
that's
this right here is a totally different story.
That's the first
This is
reason.
a totally
That's the
different
reason
story.
why I brought up the UNLV example, because I wanted you to clear the air. I thought you were there last week.
Yeah,
The other reason though is NIL deals are exactly that. They're deals until you get paid.
Right.
So Shilo hasn't gotten paid all his NIL money. And if they requested those documents before some of those NIL deals, you can go in there and say, yeah, they're supposed to give me $4 million, but he ain't got $4 million.
You cannot compare no NIL deals of kicking a damn security guard, Melvin. And at the same time, whatever which way he making his money, he got to pay this man. This can hunt him for the rest of his life.
Right.
Because here's the deal.
I said
whatever he get, if he go buy a house, that man can go get that house. That's just like that man shot that boy in front of his house in Bel Air.
Yeah.
That man got to sue that man. He sued him. And he said, whatever he get, that boy can sue him for the rest of his life.
Yep.
And he have certain injuries, back problems, he can go back and sue him. Look at Deshaun Watson. The woman that sued him, she going back, taking him to court and trying to get some more money. So at the end of the day, you can't hide. You got to pay this. My thing is this. Why is mom getting sued? Dion should be getting sued. Because when you do something as a minor, it comes back on the parents. And they get sued. And they got money right in our face. And you can't afford it. It ain't like you making money and you hiding it. It's right there. Dude gonna get something out of this.
Oh, I know he's gonna get something.
Then on top of that,
and I might say
the boy's not an NFL player, but this say he going to the league, this can affect them too, because scouts gonna see this. They don't have to have about his daddy being Dion. They gonna think this guy is getting in free agent. This can get him blackballed.
People talking about paid 11.8, like he making 11.8 in college. He ain't making it.
Do a payment plan.
He ain't making it.
No. It's they suing him. He making this money. They suing the parents too. So they have the money.
Dion's already been taking out the
lawsuit. But what I'm saying is how he taking out the lawsuit, and he the legal guardian because he got the.
He was the legal guardian, and
yes,
mom, but she's still being sued. So
and the mom got some money too, and she got some money.
It's gonna be a long
lawsuit.
It's gonna be messy.
It's gonna be messy, man. He just pay the man. Pay out. That's all I'm saying.
So Truesdale, let's talk a little bit about Magic Johnson. It's kind of been going around the Magic Johnson. He's giving his advice, and I know how you feel about Magic and his mentorship, his professionalism. And he made a statement: if I'm Bronny, I would tell my dad to just let me play in the G League all season so that I can develop. He needs playing time. He doesn't need to be sitting on the Laker bench and not playing. That's not a knock against him. He's just not ready. And so Johnson also says that Bronny needs playing time to develop, and that sitting on the bench for the Lakers, it isn't an option. He talked about his consistency, saying that Bronny needs to work on becoming a more consistent shooter. And he also talked about his cardiac arrest that kind of, that happened in July 2023. Limited his minutes last season. And Johnson says that the Lakers are under pressure to win, especially with LeBron entering, at his age at 40. And so basically, Johnson says that Bronny, he would likely play for the Lakers during the 24-25 season, but he may spend most of the year, in the G League. And according to the Lakers head coach, JJ Redick, he said that it's not sure that they're going to play together. Him and his dad.
Yeah, everything Magic Johnson saying about LeBron James and his son is the truth. I've been telling everybody that. Everybody talking about, and everybody all this. Oh, it's your child. The boy ain't ready, and he need to play in the G League. Get ready, because like you said, sitting on the bench, it's not going to help him. It's not going to develop him. I mean, that's why I said been saying the whole time. Let the boy be a kid. I think the boy should have stayed in school. You know what I'm saying? And let him grow. Like you said about the heart thing he got, putting all the pressure on the kid. And like you said, LeBron down to his last days. People don't want to admit it or not. There's a lot of pressure on them. They got to win this year. LA, Coach Red ain't gonna be nothing but a gopher. If you ask me, whatever LeBron says, it's gonna go with the flow. But the kid is not ready. And like Magic Johnson say, him sitting on the bench, it's not helping him. You know what I'm saying? And then I just don't like the thing. It is what it is, man.
I think one of the smartest things they could do, let him start off on the opening night roster, let him play 2 or 3 games with his daddy, then send him down to the G League. You satisfying everybody. He can go down to the G League, like you said, develop his game. Whether he stayed in college, and you got a lot of kids that ain't even going to college anymore. They're going straight to the G League and to home that game or going overseas so he can play against pro athletes. But I agree with you 100%. He definitely needs to go to the G League to develop his game. He does have some game, but it definitely needs to be developed. But you know what? Hey, LeBron's a superstar, one of the greatest players of all time. You want to play with his son? Put him in there for 2 or 3 games, let him play with his son, and then do what's best for the team.
Melvin, what's the big kick at? Because you playing with your son and you play 2 minutes. I'm asking that, man. What is the big? That ain't no damn history. Get your ass in the G League. Because he want to play with his son. He want to take out his way.
Nobody's ever. It's history.
Okay, it's history.
Okay,
but it's some garbage ass history.
Okay, still
your sorry ass son playing with your daddy, and your daddy one of the greatest. Come on, man. Okay, what's big history about that?
Ask LeBron.
Let me tell you what's history.
Ask LeBron.
Real history, when daddies and son play together, are studs like the Griffins in baseball. Okay, that's history. Sometimes you make history. It can be sorry history. It can be garbage history. It can be bad history. What's the comedian name? Your boy named Bubba. What's his name? Bubba. The dude. Well, it's like the comedians say. That history with LeBron and his son is trash. Trash. Okay. Bubba Dub. Shout out to you, Bubba Dub. Because them two playing together, that ain't no history. It's history, all right. It's trash history. The Griffins, that's history. That's something we're gonna read about in the books.
So how much?
It's in the black
how much does Bronny need to average for it not to be trash history?
Anyway, what you saying?
I just think for me, with Magic, I think he's all the way right. The only thing that I kind of just feel that's wrong in that note that Magic read, Bronny's a professional. You don't need to go to your dad and say, "Hey, Dad, I need to go to the G League."
Right
now, you're a professional now. Like, yo, go to the front office and say, "Hey, I need to develop." I don't think things need to go through LeBron anymore.
How old is a kid?
No, I understand. Like,
he's gonna sit next to his dad.
No. I'm not saying that, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, like I said, now, like, you're professional now. So it's just more like, that's why my biggest concern with Bronny being there is more now it's just like the locker room stuff now. Like, you're an NBA grown man locker room stuff. So that's the thing that I was almost trying to look for with Bronny. Bronny, the bottom line is he needs to get in the G League, but now it's almost about Bronny. Now you need to be
Matthew, at the end of the day, some people got their kids around their neck for a long time. This situation, he got him around his neck. He's not gonna do that. Now, if he decides to do that, he may get mature later on in the season. Say, "Dad, let me go to G." You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's not a question that you ask, because right now, even though he's your dad, he's also your colleague and he's also your teammate.
I agree.
So right before we end this, we have to do the truth tunnel with Truesdale.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kind of piggyback off of, what we were talking about Magic Johnson, because Dwight Howard had a comment about that. And so after Magic had made this comment, Dwight made the statement, let Bronny play ball wherever he wants. You let your son play ball wherever he wants.
Well, the thing I gotta say about that, Magic Johnson got a job to do. That's what people get mad when we tell things and keep it real. Then they don't realize. It's like Charles Barkley told Jordan, they good friends. Jordan got mad, but he said, "I got a job to do. You my boy, but you don't know how to run a team." Howard gonna say that comment about, worry about your son him playing with balls. Well, he must want to play with Magic Johnson's son balls because this big old statue looking behind, he like balls. And out of all people, he gonna say that comment, it would come from him. Look at this dude, man. This man walking the room. This woman giving talent, big broad shoulders and everything. And that's what he like to do, play with balls. So he probably want to play with Magic Johnson's 6'9" son balls. And him to say something to all people, come on, man. The man just made an intelligent, real comment, what he need to do. And you gonna put your boss, whatever. I ain't gonna say it, I'm gonna be nice about it. But you gonna make that comment, that will come from you, Howard, about playing with balls. Just call Magic up and see if you can hook up with the boy and play with his balls. That's what you're trying to get to, basically, huh? Sit your big behind down somewhere. That's all I got to say about it. That's all.
Okay, so Melvin, do you have any closing remarks?
Not about that, for
Okay.
sure. But no, super exciting.
What you got to say about it, Matthew?
No comment.
Super exciting football week coming up. Like we talked about, whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's pro, whether it's HBCUs or PWs. Guess what? Get out there, support your team, enjoy this time of year. Weather's getting great. You know what? We haven't even touched on, we touched a little bit on basketball, but basketball season is ramping up. Some of you guys, big hockey fans,
but it ain't the
that's ramping
time. It's
up.
still football.
Yeah, it's still football.
Yeah.
It's going to be football. But look forward to it, though. We are going to have some special basketball guests coming on the show here pretty soon. So that's something you guys can look forward to.
Well, camp starting. Yeah, we know that.
When the camp start up. But once again, another great week in the tunnel.
Well, I'm just going to say this, brother.
Can't wait for the Cowboys to
Hey, Texas news. If y'all know why he's not here, he's either committed suicide or he on suicide watch.
Oh, no.
So we'll see what happens, man. But I got UT to win the game, though.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Thanks for having me during night, man.
No problem. I appreciate being here, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah. Hopefully I can be back whenever I get a break.
All right, that's what's up. And we want to thank you all, In the Tunnel Sports fans, for joining us for another fantabulous episode of In the Tunnel Sports Podcast. And remember, stay hydrated.
Like us